Hey, this is Justin with DayTradeTheMarkets.com on Monday, April 15th. And in the gold market, we had a very historic sell-off over the past couple of days. I think we're down about 5% on Friday and down almost 10% today on Monday, which is the largest single-day decline I was reading since, well, almost 40 years ago. So pretty major move. So I wanted to look at that on a few different time frames, just kind of have a look at that. Before I go into it, and I'll make this quick, certainly our thoughts go out to anyone affected in the Boston area. We're certainly thinking about that and monitoring that coverage. But with that said, let's focus here on the gold market. Now here is a 24-hour session, 15-minute chart, 24-hour session. Here is overnight into Friday. Here's Sunday night into Monday. Okay, so just to give you a little bit of a sense of what we have, and you can see. Early on Thursday night, and I'll show the overnight charts on a 5-minute chart as well. But we started to see the level 3 or extreme selling come in, and anytime we see that again on any time frame, we want can the high of that hold, and do we get follow through? And until something changes, that tells us that sellers are in control of this market. Here's another level 3 bar, same thing. Here's a level 3 bar. These actually overlap, and anytime you have a situation where a couple of these overlap, that's telling you there's some major selling coming into the market. It actually is a pretty good trade entry location as well, and you can see that down here. And here was a situation where there was some buying that came in that had a little bit of a bounce on a normal day, but it certainly didn't hold. But anyway, again, more selling that comes in, a buying attempted pushback by buyers, no follow through higher, the low is taken out. Done so on some major selling. Again, the high of that holds into the early session Sunday night and Monday. Here's more extreme selling that's coming into the market. You can see that holds. More extreme selling. Attempted pushback, but really no follow through. Here's a buying wave. Here's another buying wave. No real follow through above these, and then thing turns right back around. More extreme selling, 2 in a row. Same thing. We're 2 in a row coming together right there. So just pure selling domination that you can see, and this is these are huge moves if you look at the price scale here. So just wanted to kind of show that. You can also see it was Thursday, pretty slow day, but you started to see some selling come in as well earlier last week. So a little bit of a heads up on that as well. Now I wanted to show the 5-minute chart of both the overnight and the regular session to give a little bit closer term look at that as well. So here is the Friday day session between here and here. Here's the Monday session between here and here. And obviously you can see that Thursday night into Friday morning we had a pretty good gap down, and I'll show that in a minute, and then another major gap down as well, and I'll show the overnight charts on those. But again, you can see on Friday just extreme selling that came into the market. The attempted buy, pushback, couldn't really get any lift off, and it had a lot of selling territory to get through anyway. And then you can see we sold off hard overnight. Attempted push right into that in the early going with really no follow through. And this is again a 5-minute chart. It turns over to red, just sells off again pretty hard. Then we see a little bit of two-sided activity here where you can see some buying started to come in. A low was basically in place for a while, but until we could get through this major buying wave, you have to assume that sellers are still pretty well in control. So that's the Monday day session and the Friday day session. But let me look at the overnight heading into today and the overnight heading into Friday as well. So let's look at that. So here, let's just go back. Here is the Thursday night, so the extended trading hours Thursday night, and ahead of the day ahead of the regular trading hours on Friday. So again, you can see selling starts to come in. The high holds, the low is taken out, and there's just a major wave of selling in the overnight session, and we make new lows into the overnight. And again, that transitioned into. That was what we just looked at right there, was right there. Okay, then we had Friday's day where there was more selling. Now let's look at the overnight on Sunday night and early Monday. If we look at that, that is basically right here. And so again, you can see major wave of selling, a little bit of pushback, still has a lot of territory to cover basically. and couldn't get really any follow through above this buying bar, but it did show a little more consolidation, another breakout in the overnight, and again we close on our lows in the overnight, and again that takes us right to right there, and you can see we have a little bit of two-sided activity early on, but we couldn't really get any follow through above this high, no full bars, and then it turns over and off she goes. So until you see a little bit of buying pushback. So, and again, just wanted to kind of show that. I know some people were kind of curious about, pretty historic day. Again, biggest one-day move down, including the overnight and the regular trading hours that we've seen since 1980. So, pretty big move. So, wanted to point that out. All right, pretty big moves down in the indexes as well. I'm not going to go into that for now, but same kind of evidence, same sort of thing that we were looking at there. So, interesting day, and again, our thoughts are with the folks in Boston, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.